You know what time it is now, chat. It is time now for Death Jail Summer Escape instead of the Dead Heat Summer Race. Death Jail Summer Escape. That's a good name. Time for prison break. So let's hop in and begin the story. Mev's Prison of Sin and Despair. Wow, just give it away, why don't you? We haven't shown off who the antagonist is yet, but okay. Prologue, Arrest Under the Bridge. With a, Avenger, huh? I'm pretty sure I know who it will be. Let's bring Nobu! Doesn't look like anything drops in this place, so we're just gonna take whoever we want. Alright, chat, who do you want to murder the Avenger? Let's have BB do it, because she's good at it, after all. Hiccups. Ugh. BB is butt? Well, that's what the BB stands for. Big butt.
Well, that was certainly not at all pleasant. Are you alright, Salty Maid? You haven't been concussed, have you? Of course not. Any driver worth her salt knows to wear her seatbelt at all times. Still, I never expected my seatbelt to tear and then to be thrown from the vehicle. At least it seems the other teams are in a similar predicament. I feel dizzy, but I'm okay.
So Victor's girl is safe, thank goodness. I guess my decision to revert to my standard form for better shock absorption paid off. No, not for me, it didn't. Getting thrown into this ravine really hasn't done my back any favors. I can tell you that much for certain. Poor old man.
Or Kyogoku and Bailong. They're a bit banged up, but they otherwise seem fine. Thank goodness. Now I wish I'd learned that technique that Ushiwaka Maru had told me about. What did she call it? The reverse ravine drop, I believe? A secret method of descending cliffs on horseback. I believe she used it at Ichinotani. Is that the one where your horse uses falling rubble as footholds to break your own fall? That's so cool! I'm always falling off of mountains and clouds and stuff, so I'd love to learn how to do that too. This has to be the bowels of the earth this time, right?
I'm afraid not. It seems we've merely fallen into a ravine. Here, let me turn on a light so we can see better. Hold it. If we need light, a fluorescent lamp is what we'll use.
Let's just use both. This really isn't the time to be arguing among ourselves. Oh ho! That ginormous boulder that nearly crushed my head. Talk about rocking and rolling. Rocket, crash landing, borked. I feel like I'm on the brink of unlocking some sealed off memories. But nope. Can't remember a thing. I hope Lily, the only saber I ever let get away, is doing well wherever she is.
She'll never get an upgrade. No strengthenings for her. Feels bad, man.
Oh. I can't believe an incarnation of Horus like me crashed like that. No, wait. I'll just say that the god of the underworld has descended upon the earth. Yes, that sounds good. So all of you spectators looking on, know that this was not my fault. I thought I was going to die. From now on, I may need to ensure I can cross another bridge without wearing a parachute. So everyone's alright. Good. I knew my rivals would not die so easily. Unfortunately, our vehicle was not so lucky. I feel responsible. What happened anyway? Does anyone know? No idea. Everyone, look out! Something is coming this way! I believe it may be the very thing that slashed the bridge to pieces.
It's the police! Oh shit, run!
It doesn't even look human. What is that beast? I feel as though I've seen that wolf before. But what is that man wearing on his head? No, it would seem that is his head. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police. Is that a police siren? I still don't know what's going on here, but it looks like they have a bone to pick with us. No. This beast has a lovely coat of fur. However, I once strangled a lion bare-handed. I'm well accustomed to dealing with beasts. I warn you now that your magic will not work on me, no matter how fluffy it may be. This creature feels somewhat different from the one that I know. His hatred is lifeless. It has form but no substance, almost as though he's nothing more than a machine that uses hatred as energy. And yet, he appears to be more powerful than ever before. What is going on? Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police. Chat, run, the cops found us. Don't let them find the stash of lollies.
Oh, that's a tough boy.
渚の第六天魔王オンステージじゃ。燃え尽きるほど本能寺。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
残酷に冷酷にです。
Getting hounded by Shinjuku Avenger. Ah. You should be disgusted with yourself.
Washicha.
いいとも。
Thank you. Her voice is so adorable. I love Rie Kugimiya.
It's 3 turns up, right? Yeah.
なかったことにしますね。行きますよ。イエイ。
Yay!
BB チャンネル。これはいけません。
Oh no!
ご安心を。 BB ちゃんにお任せです。
Yay!
ビットクレンザ
BB-chan is here to save us, chat.
ー。てんてん。
Hey, thank you very much, Master Knee355 for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
.わしのビートが有頂天。わしのロックが聞きたいのか。そうじゃろそうじゃろ。それじゃセンキュー。それじゃセンキュー。それじゃイエイ。わしのロックが聞きたいのか。そうじゃろそうじゃろ。イエイ。
She's so excited!
三階神仏怪人ときせ。我こそは第六天魔王敗戦織田信長。うっはっはっは。乗ってきたの。
Ora, 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 ora!
信長。
Literally does a Kamehameha. I love this Nobu so much.
王の話をするとしよう。
怖い。
Nobunaga!
星の
Ha!
宇宙に物見のウテナ、楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
うっはっはっは。てんてん。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
Now that's what I call big damage. Here, you know what? Give her the
こ
Buster
の
Up
辺
too.
りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
Maybe she'll crit on it.
私怖い。さあ喜びなさい。声は静かに。
Yorokobi.
私の影が世界をドロドロにしてカーストキューピッドクレンザー。はい桜ビーム。
Merlin's every skill is OP.
豚になーれ。
Oh no, sure hit. Whatever shall I do?
乱暴だな君は。あったったった。久しぶりの運動は答えるね。
Oh. The fight ended. I mean, we won anyway. It was gonna be a win either way. It just ended sooner than I expected. Ugh. Curses! If only I could have gotten my arms all the way around his neck! Pretty tough, isn't he? Huh? You? It's Mev and her weird dildo whip. You're Queen Mev! I don't recall meeting such a forgettable character as you before. Oh well, the fact that I don't feel like hugging you just goes to show you're not worthy of my time. You seem like you might know at least this much. Tell me, what is that thing? Oh, this? This is the very embodiment of what I would consider to be the ultimate attack dog. He's utterly without mercy to anyone who invades my territory. A perfect soldier I created with a form ideally suited to his role. He's the perfect security system, the trump card that even I can only ever use once. I call him my deadly on-site groundskeeper, Officer Dog for short. That's his name? Stop that! Even your little nibbles hurt like hell! Sheesh. I still don't know how something I made myself ended up being so dense about human language. As I suspected, that creature resembles the one I know in power and form only. That's a security system? Correct, and a very capable one at that. As you can see, he's so powerful that even I can only just barely control him. However, the other side of that particular coin is that he up and disappears once he's sprung into action. But that's a small price to pay in exchange for rounding up all the criminals causing trouble in my land. What was that? Did you just call me a criminal? I, the great Nero Claudius, am prepared to accept being called a tyrant, but I will not stand for being referred to as merely a common criminal. However, if it is a crime to be excessively beautiful, then I must admit that I am indeed guilty as charged. What the hell are you on about? This is my kingdom, the nation of Connacht. You are the ones who have been putting up weird textures left and right without permission. By the way, chat, I know it's supposed to be pronounced Connacht, but, you know, I'm not Gaelic enough to on command. Huh? Just what do you mean by get ready to receive your just desserts? Just deserts? That's spelled wrong. Here's a rope for you, Officer Dog. Oh, just to be clear, I don't mean the kind of rope I use to spice things up in the boudoir now and then. Sorry to get you all excited for nothing. Temporary drop in performance. Need time to recover. Good night. My body still won't move right. Girls in revealing clothing all tied up? I might have to join Mev's side. I'm liking where she's going with this. All right, all done. Who's a good, hard-working boy? I'll let my Celtic warriors take it from here. Here you go. I haven't forgotten your meaty treat reward. How do you like Connacht's finest beef? What are you going to do with us? Do you really want to know? The answer should be obvious. I'm surprised you even have to ask. There's a perfect place just for criminals like you, after all. Thank goodness Ishtar brought us to this ravine. Let's hurry, Master. Whoa! I hope they're all okay. Alright, I've captured all the criminals and had their weird vehicles impounded. Looks like my work here is done.
Although the music keeps skipping. Stop it, music.
Another task completed flawlessly, as befits a queen of my caliber. Master, there's no sign of the racers anywhere. The only one here is Mev. And I don't think she's the same Mev that we know. Who are you two? I don't recognize either of you. Master, I just noticed something else. Ishtar was here with us just a moment ago, but now she's nowhere to be found. If we tried to fight Mev now, we'd be at a great disadvantage without Ishtar's help. Please do your best not to provoke her.
Just, trying a new hiking route today, my queen.
Going for a hike in a ravine like this, eh? Well, it's not the weirdest hobby ever. To each their own. Not really my thing, but I certainly approve of an active lifestyle. You also look to be perfectly ordinary humans, so I'll be nice and spare you the usual arrest and interrogation. Still, I should probably make sure of one thing. You are one of my citizens, right? Isn't there something you're supposed to say to me?
You rock, Mev!
Very good. That settles it. You are definitely my loyal citizens. Is that really a reliable way to test things like that?
By the way, did you happen to see anyone here?
You bet I did. There was a group of hooligans running wild all over the place recently. I'm sure you heard their commotion for yourselves. How dare they go and throw a festival without my permission, and a race at that? Don't they know that I hold the exclusive patent on war vehicles? Anyway, you don't have to worry about them anymore. I've apprehended them all and sent them away. Exactly the sort of thing you'd expect from your amazing and amazingly capable queen, right? Keep that in mind when paying your taxes this year. Where exactly did you send them? Where else? The detention center at Connacht Castle for those who pose a threat to our great nation. Once a criminal sets foot there, they'll never see the light of day again. Not until the end of their sentence. It's Connacht's ultimate correctional facility, and it is utterly escape-proof. Mev Penitentiary. Penitentiary.
Taxes, the scariest thing of all. They've been sent to prison, chat. Time for everyone to learn about the harsh world of prison. Let's take a look at our map, just because it ought to look neat. Certainly, that looks like a castle-prison combination. A big ol' statue of Mev. Got my Shiv Revi spoon. What are these? Are these underground tunnels? I guess we'll be taking underground sewer systems or something to get out. Look, a dinosaur. Look, treasure. Look, a helix fossil. Trying to see if there's any, like, Easter eggs or anything like that hiding around, but it looks pretty straightforward. Warden outfit on Mev looks good. It's her best outfit. Easily. To the inner courtyard. Prisoners. Cue Carolyn and Justine from Persona 5.
What is this place? It seems we were brought somewhere. Ugh. I don't know this place. We are surrounded by massive walls on all sides, and an inexplicable pressure permeates our surroundings. What a terrible design for a courtyard. How is one supposed to relax and enjoy a cup of tea like this? It seems more like a prison than anything else. I think that's because it is a prison. I'd say that we've been arrested. Never mind that. Get a load of that giant statue. Lol. The lady's got a pretty high opinion of herself.
Coming from you, Nobu.
I could easily see you building a statue of yourself like that. At any rate, it does make it easy to tell who's in charge of this place.
Nido Chris doing the exact same thing and calling her out.
Quite frankly, I approve of building statues like that. We pharaohs have an obligation to preserve our noble forms, for future generations to behold, after all. Having said that, I must admit that this statue is a bit too large, really. And here comes the statue's model now. About time you all woke up. This is Meb's prison, Connacht's ultimate correctional facility. Ugh. It's the Monster Queen. Just so you all understand, you criminals have been arrested for disturbing the peace of Connacht. Connacht. As if running around putting weird things on my land wasn't bad enough, you even went racing about like you owned the place. Your crimes are more wicked even than the Land of Shadows. In this country, my word is law, so we'll go ahead and skip the trial. Make yourselves comfortable because you'll be staying here for a long time, so I can see that you're reformed. Correctional facility? As in prison? Assuming we have a right to 3 meals a day, how long is our sentence going to be? 2 nights and 3 days? Are you keeping any good-for-nothing fake sabers here? Your sentence? As long as I'd like it to be, of course. Wahaha! How delightfully deluded you are! Why would we go along with that when it's all of us against one of you? Agreed. If you are attempting to make me laugh, you'll need a Roman joke much better than that. Don't even bother. This domain was built in the very center of my country and given shape by the power of my authority alone. My rule is absolute. And that rule has manifested in the form of the prison field surrounding this entire area. All of that is to say that the instant you entered my domain, you lost any hope you ever had of defeating me. The best thing you can do right now is give up. I'm not sure what the point is in removing your coat was, but you do seem to be stronger than we are. More to the point, it seems that we cannot use our own power here. And hey, we're still recovering from that fight with the doggo, but there's definitely more to whatever's going on here. It seems this prison field thingy is drawing our power. Naturally, it also serves as a simple way to prevent prisoners from escaping. I sense some strange kind of power coming from your vehicles, so I've got them locked up nice and tight somewhere outside of these walls. Basically, none of you have any hope of escape, so you may as well resign yourself to doing your time. Don't worry, I'll see that you're all put through a wonderful reformation program. When you're done, come rain or shine, day or night, you'll only be able to say, You rock, Mev.
Mev-sama Psycho!
And if that ends up taking years or decades, so be it. She put her coat back on. I guess she didn't have any particular reason for taking that off. Alright, that's the end of my hospitable warden spiel. Come with me, I'll show you to your lovely new cells. You understand how well my prison field works now, right? So don't bother trying to resist. The sooner you resign yourself to your fate, the better off you'll be. Because I promise you, no one is coming to help you.
Meanwhile, back at the people coming to help them ranch. What's that tassel on her crop? It's a dildo. Let's just call it what it is. She's got a dildo whip.
Master.
Any idea where they went, Da Vinci?
I'm afraid not. I sent one of the surviving drones off in Mev's direction, but its signal just disappeared. There appears to be an area there protected by a special kind of barrier, so it must have run into that. I wonder if that's the prison that Mev mentioned. Almost certainly.
We have to make sure everyone's okay. We gotta find out what's going on in there.
Agreed. The only problem is how to go about it. I've been mulling over various possibilities, but... no need for that. I'll take care of it.
It's the hard knock life for us.
I can't believe this. How could she possibly think that this is okay? Why is she confining everyone by team? What was she thinking, keeping men and women in the same cell? At least we're servants, so we don't have to worry about food or relieving ourselves too much. But if we weren't, this would be a huge problem.
I understand how you feel, but I'm still a bit taken aback by how indignant you are about it.
There doesn't seem to be anyone else here capable of getting indignant about this, so I felt like I should get upset on their behalf as well. Fran is the only other girl in a co-ed team, and she's not yet capable of seeing why this is a problem. At any rate, I still can't get over how thoughtlessly Mev runs this place. Cell assignments? They're already divided into 6 groups, so just stick with those. Seriously? I mean, it's not that it's bad for us to be kept in the same cell with others we know, but it seems really careless on her part.
Perhaps it simply means she believes she can manage her prisoners without issue, no matter how carelessly she treats them. And that she has complete confidence in this facility and in the strength of her prison field.
Which is to say, she doesn't think that we pose a threat to her at all. This is the worst possible place I could have ended up after enjoying the cool breeze on my face. She's going to pay for this. I'm relieved to see that you're still ready to fight. We'll be needing that if you're gonna get out of here. That voice! Is that the Mahatma's guidance I hear? Although if it is, I'm not feeling too good about it. No, I'm not the Mahatma.
Who is it? Ishtar, what a cute little doll. Rubby, rubby.
Hey, stop that! I'm a goddess, damn it! Watch where you're... Hey! Ishtar, is that you? Why in the world do you look like that? Can't you see? I'm in disguise right now. Basically, I divided myself. This area is really close to Mev's domain. If I showed up as my normal self, it wouldn't be long before she noticed me and we find ourselves in an all-out war. So to avoid that, I divided myself into 7 simplified avatars. You two are talking to one of them right now. The other 6 snuck into the racers' teams and infiltrated the prison that way.
Everybody gets their own cute little chibi Ishtar. Chibi-shtar.
Each and every one of my little avatars is still me, so I see, hear, and know everything that they do. It's not really ideal for a goddess like me to have to split into a bunch of little avatars like this, but I don't really see any other options right now. I'm still hosting this race after all. So since I wasn't able to stop the bridge from getting destroyed, the least I can do now is help all the racers. Now I see. That's great, Ishtar. This is an excellent new way to divide and conquer. Now we can learn what's going on inside the prison and help everyone make their escape. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I'm afraid it's not going to be that easy. Huh? Is this prison really so formidable that you, a goddess, would have trouble with it? In a word, yes. If it was just Mev we were dealing with, I could take care of everything with a well-placed Angal Taki Galse. But there's another strange signal coming from inside the prison too. If I go using something that powerful all willy-nilly, whatever's in there might somehow interfere.
Nailed it? I fucking nailed it, chat. Don't mention anything.
So for now, we should focus on gathering information. We need to learn more about the barrier around the prison, and about what sort of enemies lurk inside of it. We can't make a move until we know at least that much.
I mean, what could she possibly have in there? Just another Kukulin? Dude, that bass line is nice. Prison guard Carmilla. Alright, that makes sense. Anyways, thanks for her to be prison guard.
You're all very lucky that you get to keep all of your blood prisoners. Inmates. Now come out. It's time for you to exercise in the courtyard. Carmilla, I certainly would not have figured you for the sort who would work for Mev as a prison guard. What a dull and gloomy role that you have in comparison to my idol rival who tried to become a grid girl. Oh, say what you will, but this job suits me. In fact, I find it both fulfilling and enjoyable. I am, as you know, all about imprisoning people, and I do so loathe when someone escapes. More immediately, seeing a pretty young thing like you grind her teeth in frustration at being unable to escape is one of the greatest joys that I could ask for. As if to prove my point, you've been trying fruitlessly to pry open your cell bars all this time, have you not? I hate to admit it, but you've got me there. I would be remiss not to heartily agree with your assessment of me as a pretty young thing, though. You know damn well that we're attempting to escape, and yet you still open the cell door just like that. I do not know who you are, but you appear to be a noblewoman of some standing. Is that why you have come to submit to this maid? Don't be ridiculous. Who ever heard of a maid having higher standing than her employer? What sort of twisted world do you think... What sort of twisted world do you come from that you would even think such a thing?
Well, that maid is of higher standing than you.
What a fool you are. Not even a noblewoman can hope to survive without properly appreciating her maids. Nonsense. Fear is all I need to keep the help in line. Appreciation of any kind would be a wasted gesture. Besides, it's not as if they have rights. Household servants, prisoners like you. Here, they're no more than tools for my use. And with the prison field weakening you, it's quite impossible for you to leave. So tell me, you who are too weak to be so much as dent your cell bars, why ever should I be afraid of letting you run around the courtyard? I see. In that case, I can only advise you to watch yourself when going around corners. Huh? Where on earth did she get that? Ahem. Incidentally, you're free to dress as you like here. Swimsuits are far easier on the eyes than shabby old prison uniforms, after all. As for that doll, well, I suppose you can keep it if you like, though I'm surprised to see you two still have such childish interests. Still, there is something to be said for that. Better keep a low profile for now. Best to keep the enemy unaware so their guard will stay down.
Umu.
I knew it. That barrier has some sort of property that neutralizes magecraft interference. Indeed. We both tried sending out lightning bolts while the guard wasn't looking, but I'm afraid it had no effect whatsoever. Ugh. It didn't work. Ticked me off. I wonder what's going on. At least we're able to contact the outside world now thanks to Ishtar, but... I'm still trying to figure out where to go from here. Got any information? I'll take anything you can give me. Wah-ha-ha-ha-ha! Good day, everyone! Enjoying the highly regimented prison life? Well, I'm sure you're all having the time of your life now that everyone's favorite Demon King of the Warring States period is here. What's more, I come with awesomely helpful information. I got chatting with other prisoners while we were walking. Naturally, I made sure to exercise my license to kill on every saberish prisoner who refused to cooperate with us. Talk about a mad dog, or maybe mad sword would be more appropriate. Thanks so much for your help. Anywho, we learned there's a prisoner here who's been around for a long time, and nobody messes with her. We were told she's a woman of few words and sharp eyes. That one super tough nightmare prisoner that even the guards don't mess with. Is that so? A prisoner among prisoners, eh? Sounds like someone worth cleaning up.
Red killing off.
And what would be the point of that? If anything, I bet a prisoner like that could give us all sorts of useful information about the prison. So, where is this prisoner? Usually she's kept in a special solitary confinement cell and is only let out during exercise times like these. So she could show up here at any... Say, look over there. She certainly matches the description. I think that may just be her. Female prisoner 701, aka Scorpion. She strikes me as more of a serpent than a scorpion. Maybe it's more of a figurative name? Scorpions are arachnids, not reptiles, so yeah, she doesn't even have kind of look like one. Her, huh? I can't say I care much for her, given our different attributes, but she's definitely a big shot. Though I could have sworn she used to be even bigger. Could she be the source of the divinity I sense from the outside? No, it's not her. She has the Earth attribute, and she's a composite entity. No, I know there's someone else with even stronger divinity around here.
Okay, stronger divinity, let's think. Well, if it's not her, and it can't be Artemis since we saw her earlier, Quetzalcoatl, I guess, right? I think she's the only other possibility.
Okay, let's try talking to her during the next break time. Newcomers, huh? What do you want? We were just hoping that you could tell us more about this prison.
He's a bonus servant? Oh, I didn't know. Okay, then.
No thanks, too much trouble. That said, as you can see, everyone around here knows me, and so they all keep their distance. And your point is? I fail to see how that has anything to do with our request. My point is that I've been a bit bored, as I have no one to play with during my precious exercise time. Not that that's unusual, of course. But today it seems things are different. If you want something from me, the least you could do is help me get in a little long overdue exercise. If you lot can satisfy me, I may even decide to listen to what you have to say. I understand it's natural to expect compensation for labor, but having fun with an emperor such as myself would be a luxury for the likes of you. But fortunately from you, I am most generous. My theater is always open to those who seek entertainment. Come, there is no need to be shy. Once you hear this divine music and heavenly voice, your body will be powerless to resist. Soon your lack of exercise will be a thing of the past.
Oh no. Nero's going to sing. Run. Hide. Snakes are the new black. So that's a reference to that one show. I kind of doubt that that's probably what her name was in the Japanese, considering I don't think this show would be all that popular there. Localization re.
お任せ夢のように片付けよう
Yay?
That was a mistake. Alright, everybody, wave bye-bye to her. Bye-bye to the snack.
私の変身見たいですか？それじゃビビーチャンネル。これはいけません。ですがご安心を。ビビーちゃんにお任せです。カーストキューピッドクレンザー。
BB チャンネル。
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こう。
Taiga salute.
Why would Nightingale be a prison guard? I thought that she would be the prison's head nurse. Oh well.
What is going on here? 701, newcomers. I don't know what sort of sport you are engaging in here, but it looks to be incredibly dangerous. I want you to stop it right now. Then let me examine you. If any of you are injured, I will have you come to the infirmary immediately. Don't worry, my infirmary is far stricter about keeping patients in bed than solitary confinement. It's also far more efficient than the scaffold at silencing patients' screams. Now, let's take a look at you, shall we? I hate dealing with her. I suppose we'd better call it a day. Neither I nor the newcomers have any injuries whatsoever. Stay away from us. Is that true? I'm glad to hear it.
Okay, so she is the medical examiner.
Well, at least I was able to kill some time. You seemed awfully fired up for someone just killing time. In fact, it looked to me like you didn't even care if you died while you were fighting us. Ara. Here I took you for a berserker, but it seems that you're not as dumb as you look. You're right. I was fighting in desperation. I was determined to not let the battle end until I was dead. In fact, didn't you see me disappear while we were playing? Yes, we did. I even confirmed that your spirit origin was gone, and yet you're still here. How is that possible? Because that was merely a copy. In fact, we're speaking to a copy of you even now, aren't we? Your real body is being kept somewhere else. You yourself are nothing more than a projection of sorts, an extension of your real self. Well, well, I thought you were nothing but a group of fools. But it seems there's at least one woman of proper lineage among you. Though I can't say that I'm a fan of that lineage being tied to some god of thunder or other. Well, no matter. It did keep me occupied for a while. So what is it that you want to know?
Morgan casually saying that she wouldn't appreciate me.
Anything that you can tell us about this prison, of course. Especially the outer barrier. Ah, so you're plotting a prison break. I like that. Not the plan itself, mind you, but what will happen afterward. That should certainly keep things interesting. Very well then, feel free to ask me whatever you like about this place. I'll tell you anything that you wish to know. So it's not...
Sorry, my voice.
So it's not possible to destroy the barrier either from the inside or the outside, huh? It's a very powerful construct. It's as important to Mev as Connacht herself. In theory, the barrier would disappear if we were to kill her, but that would be quite difficult for us to do now, as this place denies us our power. Even if Master were to attack her outside of the prison, it would all be for naught if she managed to run back inside. Ugh. I'm not sure what we should do. I grow tired of this dull information. Discussing negatives will get us nowhere. I wish to hear something positive. Anything will do. Agreed. Let me ask you this. What could we do that'd give us the best shot of getting out of here? I mean, aside from serving out sentences, however long those would be. Well, if we're speaking strictly of possibilities, then your best option is to break out of this prison yourselves. In other words, we're right back to where we started, huh? Well, I suppose it's sort of reassuring to know that it's the only option we have. But how are we supposed to do that with the barrier you told us about keeping us trapped in here? Well, as it happens, it is the only thing keeping you trapped in here. You see, Mev is so supremely confident in her prison field that she's failed to pay attention to anything else. And that means that she still has blind spots. If you could find a gap in that barrier, somewhere it doesn't reach, or maybe just a route the wardens would never expect you to take, then maybe, just maybe, oh, we could escape!
Blind spots, eh?
Now I see. So you have hope now. Good. I don't have any hope of breaking out of here myself, but watching you all try should be interesting. That is enough exercise time. All of you, line up now. Those of you who don't, I appreciate your willingness to provide me with fresh blood. I'm being kept in a special kind of solitary confinement cell. It's rare that I even get to send a copy of myself out into the courtyard like this. I doubt I'll ever see you all again, but I'm sure I'll hear rumors of your exploits. Good luck against Mev. I hope you cause her all sorts of trouble. All the commotion should keep me amused down in my dungeon for a bit at least. There you have it. Now we have a clearer idea of our plan of attack. So, instead of trying to destroy the barrier, we need to find a crack in it and break everyone out, right? Right, so now that that's settled, let's go ahead and take care of business. First, I'll link up the visual feed from each of my other avatars to the Racing Stadium screen so that everyone can see what's going on inside of the prison. Huh? Why would you do that? Oh, come on, isn't it obvious? The Ishtar Cup isn't over. The prison break will just be the next leg of the race.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. Just because I didn't see this coming doesn't mean I'm gonna reimburse everyone. How else am I gonna please all those fans eagerly awaiting the checkered flag in front of the monitor? This may be a surprise and not the way we wanted things to go. But come on, let's make some lemonade here.
Make lemonade, huh? Always trying to turn a dollar.
You got it. When you get down to it, life's a competition. Why should a prison break be any different? I'm not letting all the hard work I put into this ritual so far go to waste. If anything, I'm more determined than ever. So here's what we'll do. I'm gonna get each team to try to escape before the others. Once they're out, I'll have each team reacquire their vehicles from the warehouse outside the barrier, get back to the course, and burn rubber for the finish line. Admittedly, I'm not quite sure where this'll go, but I'll make sure that the time it takes each team to escape is reflected in their final results. Oh, and make sure you all get back to the race with your original vehicles, right? I won't accept any replacements. So she means for us to outwit the other teams rather than cooperate with them. She has a point. We've poured everything we have into our respective vehicles to come this far, and our competition is already surely fit for an epic. What a waste it would be to stop the race just because we've all been incarcerated.
I mean, you know, going to prison, no big deal. NBD. I'm all for continuing the race, but I still want to help them escape.
I agree. It's hard to just stand back and not do anything to help. What are you talking about? You two are going to be these teams' secret weapon. The racers have just about nothing at their disposal right now, you know. So I'm definitely going to require your assistance, Gouda. And you have just as much of a role to play here as you have for the rest of the race. Now, as for how exactly you'll be assisting...
Will it be with vigorous mana transferals? Vigorous mana transfers. Escape 1, Hope, under the ground. Let's bring... I mean, no boo continues to be great to bring. Alright, does anything drop here? I don't know. This is such a hot bass line. No drops? Okay, well, we'll just take this team anyway. It should be easy peasy to win. Oh, I need to level up my skills for my, my new girls. All aboard the Mev Show. All right, let's take a look at her room. She's got a Harlequin mask up on her bookshelf, a dolly, a picture of herself, a picture of... Is that Koo? Nah, that's someone else. I don't know who. On the bookshelf as well. A bottle of perfume, her whip, a rose, the bed. Has to be Koo, but it's not Koo. Look at it. It's something else. Anyway, we're now in Mev's bedroom. I wonder what's going to happen.
A rip-off? Don't be silly. That was 100% a Celtic design. Make no mistake about it. Now then, the Warden's day starts bright and early. I don't know exactly when she gets up, but it must be early because she's always yawning. Okay, I guess I'd better get up now. She's the prison warden, and the Queen of Connacht, so Mev is definitely the busiest person in the country. Her time sleeping in this very bed to rest up from her exhausting days is a critical part of her routine. She never deviates from that routine. She even wears the same thing every day. What does she wear to bed? Why, Gabrielle number 5, of course.
I thought it would be nothing.
First thing every morning, she changes out of that. In other words, she takes her morning shower. Once she's put on fresh perfume, she dons the Queen of Connacht's most formal attire, combat fatigues. There we go. What, you think I'm giving you bad intel? I'm not. It is her formal dress. It's both practical and reflects her personal tastes. Celtic Warriors! Celtic Warriors, get ready. It's time to go to work.
Understood. You rock, Mev!
The traditional Connacht affirmation.
But since wearing her formal attire would end up making it a bit less special, she makes sure to put on a coat over it before heading out for the day. So, humming to herself all the while, she pulls her coat around her shoulders and orders her men to go about their preparations for the day. Surrounded by her adoring public, she closes the door, absolutely beaming with her usual winning smile. All right, time for another great day of ruling.
Inmates.
I can't really help you since we're on different teams, but I'm sure you won't mind if I pry a bit. Have any of you found a route out of here yet? I'm afraid not. So there really is nothing we can do. And here I was hoping someone would help me out Genji style, since I carry on the Tyra clan and all. What's that? You don't believe I have anything to do with the Tyra clan? Never mind that for now. I cannot speak for Ushiwakamaru, but I have little animosity for the Tyra people myself. How can that be what you're worried about right now, when we're faced with this far stranger things at the moment? Are you trying to ignore the reality of our situation? Whatever I was expecting when they left us up of the cells for an absolutely compulsory special reformation program, this wasn't it. Ugh. It's weird.
Hey! Olé!
Olé! Hi, everybody! Now that the sun's shining nice and bright, it's time to get back to our fun training to help you all become proud, liberated warriors. Yes! Come on now, step lively. Make sure you keep pace with the tempo. Yes! Uno, dos, tres! Uno, dos, tres! So that's where the other strange divinity signal is coming from. What are those things in front of all the other prisoners? And why are they climbing up and down them on her command? Those look like corner posts from a boxing or wrestling ring. I can even see a ring like that over there. Hola! You chicas must be the newcomers, eh? Nev's told me all about you, yes. I don't know what you're all in here for, but don't you worry, no. By the time you finish my grueling training, you'll all be luchadores y luchadoras excepcionales. Yes! That's the great thing about this prison. We make sure to rehabilitate all our prisoners so that they're ready to return to society when their sentences end. That said, I don't know if it's because I'm too tough on these youngsters or if kids these days just don't have the cojones they used to. But so far, I haven't found a single person who could earn their graduation mask.
God, I love that face.
You know, there is something I've been wondering for a while now. Do goddesses perhaps have an inordinate amount of free time on their hands? Don't be silly. Prisoners are evil, and I'm a goddess of good. This is the best kind of work that I could ask for, yes. I remember exactly what Mev told me right before she gave me full authority to conduct this rehab program as I see fit. So basically, Connacht will get more warriors out of this, right? Kay, knock yourself out. How could I possibly turn down a job that would let me legally spread the glory of Lucha far and wide? Olé! Besides, geographically speaking, this place has been feeling very homey for me lately. Well, this sucks. We may be from different mythologies, but Quetzalcoatl is still a goddess of Venus, so she gets her authority from the same place I do. Now I'm really glad I didn't drop an Algota meteor on this prison now. She'd have just caught it and tossed it right back at me. What do I do now? She may look like an airhead, but she is technically a goddess of wisdom. What's that little thing that you've all got there? Crap.
Doing her best doll impression. Or W-O.
Oh well, that's okay. It must be some kind of little doll that's all the rage now since you all have one, yes! I just love girly things like that. But I have to say, if you're going to carry around a doll like that, you may as well make it a cute one, yes? That thing looks like a repulsive and just as repulsive an easel as Tezcatlipoca. I'll remember that, you damned meathead of a goddess.
There's gonna be a lucha match between Ishtar and Quetzalcoatl after this. Money on Lucha One-san.
Hi! I think it's time for some sparring sessions, yes! You need to learn how to whip up the crowd from the top rope, how to achieve beautiful top angles, and, above all, how to take a fall without hurting yourself. Once I've pounded each and every one of these things into you, you'll all be upstanding lucha warriors, yes! Looks like there isn't a single decent guard in this entire prison. They should be like the guardians of the underworld, whose only role is solemnly watch over their charges. How contemptible. Oh! A big scuffle in an ostentatious ring like this, eh? Sounds like fun! I've always been a big fan of sumo and stuff. I'll make my entrance from the Eastern Rising Sun corner. Nobunaga, the top of the warring states! Make sure to use my new single, Atsumori on the Rocks, for my entry song.
It's a good thing I chose Nobu to come with us, because she's excited for this. Chat, what we really need over on JP is a wrestling match between Quetzalcoatl and Luvia.
遠からん者はよーく聞け。近くは寄ってわしを見よ。立っていられるか。第六天魔王織田信長が波動なる。燃え尽きるほど本能寺。迷うな。よかろう。
Thank you!
潰れて死ね。潰れて死ね。
Vice Warden Quetzalcoatl. Oh, that crit.
いいわ。お姉さん頑張楽しみましょ
Mucho, mucho!
う。ご注文でしたらそのように。
Chat, did you happen to see the JP anniversary stream with the Quetzalcoatl cosplayer that must be an actual wrestler? Because she pulled off a Hurricane Rana on one of the stage actors, and it looked great.
な、そこだ。砕け。くだらん。ただの弱者であったか。
And then followed it up with a cradle slam into a pin? Hell yeah. Also, she looked damn good, yeah. It was really good cosplay on top of it. Big thumbs up. I think it's the girl who played her in Babylonia, yeah, so I'm pretty sure she is an actual wrestler.
Olay! You did very good for your first time. The future of Lucha is looking as bright as the sun now, yes! Olay. Okay, everyone, see you tomorrow! Make sure that you get plenty of protein in your dinner. Everyone who is injured, raise your hand. Actually, never mind. I've already spotted those of you with injuries. No injury can hide from this, nurse. Even a fall of only 10 centimeters can be lethal. Attempting to climb a corner post while you're injured is the height of folly. If I have to, I'll knock you down with my own signature avalanche move to prevent you from getting on top. Alright, that's enough. All of you, return to your cells. Those of you who refuse, I shall take that to mean you have special feelings for me and want me to do unspeakable things to you, and that would make you quite the masochist indeed.
Leaning towards refusal.
So basically, the only ones keeping tabs on us here are those three oddballs and Mev, the fickle warden.
And thanks to my genius-level observation skills, I've already deduced the timing and pattern of their patrols.
There are indeed holes in their defenses. The question is, how do we take advantage of them? Unfortunately, my lightning is not capable of making a hole in either the bars or the walls.
Not only does this place sap our strength, but its walls are thoroughly protected by some sort of magecraft.
Well, time to get some spoons and start digging.
I know that prisoner said that the prison field was the only thing keeping us here, but I guess it was too much to our hope that it would be otherwise easy to get out of our cells.
Boop.
Hey, good timing. I just got a transmission from Master on the outside. He says this is no time to be feeling sorry for yourselves and wants to know if there's anything he can do to help. Good point. Getting an outside perspective from Master is important. He might even be able to come up with a fresh new angle. Would you ask him if he has any ideas on how to escape? That's the critical question on pretty much everyone's mind, isn't it? What do you think, Master?
Okay, first they removed the toilet, and then... Look, I've seen a movie about this.
That's very specific. Did you see that in a movie? I'm not sure what that would accomplish, but I knew you would come up with something, Master. Let's see what the others have to say.
You pull the toilet out. You carve out the back of the wall. You get out into the back where all the drainage and piping is, and then you climb your way out from there, and then you gotta get out and then have like a little miniature raft set up so you can raft out of the island and etc.
So basically, you want us to break out of here physically. I don't know if that'll work. Still, if that's Master's idea, I just can't dismiss it out of hand. I might as well start by seeing what's behind this plumbing with my Nobuto! Boom! Well, I'll be. I should have known that I could do it. Now the theory for how I broke out of Honnoji while it went up in flames makes sense.
You also need to summon Morgan Freeman. That increases your chances 11-fold, definitely.
Ugh! I made a hole.
Then I hereby dub this tumble Tom, Dick, and Harry. I shall keep the dirt we dig out in my pockets until I can dispose of it. If only these weren't brand-name trousers. Alas.
Ara, mama. This must be due to Master's good karma. I shall have to give him a great big hug when I get back. I knew Master would come through. That advice was kind and modest as the moon dew on a bay laurel, while also being exactly what we needed. I shall have to give him a reward for this. Gouda, think of something you would like to see disappear. Your top. Cleaning up is my specialty. No matter what or who it may be, I shall wipe it away with a single strike. Just what I would expect from an ally of the Pharaohs. I can't believe that a single piece of advice was enough to turn things around. I can't believe it! We actually made a hole! I guess this means that in spite of all their protections against magecraft, they've neglected more mundane physical maintenance here. That was incredible, Master! It seems to have worked in different spots for each team. For some it was under their beds, for others behind the plumbing, but everyone still managed to make a hole they can use to escape from their cells.
Man, I got really lucky there.
This still won't be enough to get everyone out of the prison at once, but it should let them all sneak under the floor. I guess the next step is to start digging.
Pin-up girl poster? This would be the easiest prison in the world to do that. Say that you desire a poster of Mev to help with your rehabilitation. Bam. Easy. The freaking prison warden would hand it to you gift wrapped.
Indeed, it's possible that the prison field doesn't reach under the ground. That would seem to be the most promising weak spot in the barrier, according to that scorpion woman. It might take some time, but right now this looks like our only shot.
I wish there was a way that I could help with that too.
I figured you'd say that, and in fact, I've already got a lead. Don't worry, I'll take care of everything. Look, you and Mev have already met, and she thinks you're one of Connacht's citizens, right? And we know she's so confident in her prison field that she hasn't bothered to shore up security anywhere else. On top of that, we're dealing with a prison, and thanks to our investigations, we know it has a system in place that we can use. Put all of that together, and the answer is obvious. You're going to use that system to bring the racers what they need. Namely...
Do I have to hide things in my butt?
Well now, I've seen everything. Come on, get up. You have a visitor.
Oh. So I am smuggling things in my butt. At first, the woman the guard brought out to see me was taken aback when she saw my face. It wasn't long before she started to smile. She drew closer to me. Of course, there was no way for us to touch. Instead of a glass window, there was a thick barrier right in the center of the room.
It looks like the prison field splits the visiting room right down the middle. There's no possible way for the prisoners to climb over it. However, there's also nothing to stop us from passing them a tool or two when a guard isn't looking, is there?
Her eyes ask me what it is. I respond by returning her gaze and nodding. That should tell them all they need to know, that they won't have to fight this battle alone.
This is how Master will be helping you all to break out of here from now on.
Oh, maybe it's Ishtar that's doing all this.
Okay, looks like everything's set.
Maybe it was Ishtar's voice that should have used. Oh, well. Doesn't matter.
I can point you towards where your vehicles are being kept, so don't worry about getting lost. There's only one thing that you all have to think about. Making your way through this cold earth. To reclaim the freedom taken from you so you can pursue your promised glory on the outside. Now get out there and dig for all you're worth. The prison break race section of the Ishtar Cup has finally begun.
I got a spoon. No, that's a spork. Meat. And a hammer. It's Dig Dug. Alright, so, for round 1 section, the reward for the top 3 teams, if it's Team Saberface, then it is 5 Dragon Claws. If it's Team Fran, then it's 5 Gallstones. Team Raiko is 5 Black Beast Grease. Team Helena is 5 Spinal Fluids. Team Nobu is 5 Seashells. And Team Nitocris is 5 Claws. As for the farming itself, Nero and Salter will get you noodles. Raiko will get you the coins, which is the gold drop. Noodles are the silver drop. And Helena will get you the bronze drop. The others are mixed drops. Therefore, those are probably the 3 that are going to win. Just to put that out there. All right, let's get to farming until we get to more story stuff.